Welcome to Albion TV and a special presentation of Albion Unlocked. Today, we will be joining Quokii, one of Albion's game designers, for some PvP. I am your host, the Shozen One, and of course, I am joined by Tazzik and Bogul, and we're going to be doing some PvP for about an hour in the depths until Quokii joins us, at which point we'll be engaging in a bit of a conversation about how he became a game designer and went from like a player and a mod to a designer, and what he's working on now, what his thoughts on different aspects of the game are. And we're going to be doing some PvP and just showing off some skills and having a good old time. But first, I'm going to be hanging out with these guys. Bogul, Tazzik, how are you guys doing?
So, all right, before I give you the floor, I one of the questions you have to ask later, if this is the inspiration for Quokii's like name.
Bogul, it's not like you're leaving, bro. Like, you're gonna be here.
What is this?
You can ask
Bogul
him
acts
this
like
question.
he's leaving.
What
He's
are we
not
talking
leaving?
about?
Anyway, what?
Why
Look
don't
at this
you
thing on
ask
the
him the
screen.
question? You'll
look
be
at it.
here.
Look at
No,
it.
I saw it. This guy has 80 billion silver, by the way. Now show me your inventory. Your inventory on you. I'm looking at tier 5 potions. Is that what I'm seeing? A tier 6 flat back.
See, you don't get money by spending money, right?
80 bill?
Yeah.
80 billion, by the way.
Anyway,
Let me see how many potions 80 billion could get you.
no, that's not what this is.
Because he
for.
might accidentally hit the button. He doesn't want to do it.
All right, trash.
I hate Bogul, dude. This guy,
Move all
man.
from inventory.
Now, I also use T5 potions, to be fair, but it's because I don't have 80 billion. I have 80 silver total.
All right,
Bogul is just an efficient man.
time for Quokii.
Welcome, Quokii.
Hello,
Welcome.
Quokii. Why
We have
Bogul
officially
change the
started
image on
our
screen
first
when Quokii talks?
episode. We're here for our first episode of Albion Unlocked with Quokii. Welcome, Quokii, to the stream. It's good to have you.
Thanks for having me, everyone.
So I've been looking forward to this for quite some time. You have a very interesting story, and I think before we get involved in too much of what we're going to do here today, involved in the depths, involved in discussions about different gameplay elements, I think it'd be really cool for us and for the audience if you could tell us how you went from a player at launch to now one of Albion's designers, one of the people working inside the game to make it what it is.
You're in for a long ride.
I know that. I'm so excited. You have no idea how excited I am for these kinds of stories.
Where do we start?
The very beginning, Quokii.
The very beginning,
You could
okay.
even start before you started playing Albion. 'cause,
Wait,
like,
let me just
my
frame
Albion story starts before I even started playing Albion.
Just before you tell us too much, just to frame it, don't start in the hospital when you were born. Like, move it to where we don't need to go that far back. Like, I understand you were probably born for this, right? But we can start more closer to when your Albion journey began.
Funny enough, I was very close to never finding Albion. So I originally come from PlanetSide 2. And there was a variety streamer, and he was playing PlanetSide, and I helped him out. And the next day, he played Albion. And it was the release of Albion, and that's where I actually started. So I'm not even a beta player.
No, I know.
I'm
I was
filthy,
so surprised
filthy
by that.
starter. I was very active in the community. I was in help chat a lot. I got recruited for moderation by Elsa.
I think the first time I met you was at one of the round tables. You were hanging out after a round table chatting with everybody, and we all just talked to the devs for hours during those days about things. And I remember you being there from the very early roundtables. Well, post-release roundtables.
Yeah, early roundtables. Actually, it's more in-game events even. Participated in a bunch of them and helped organize them, like way back the mule race and like the Albion event. And yeah, from there on, I took over the NDA playtesting, the organizational part. So I had a lot of things to do with Retroman, like planning what to playtest, how to playtest, also giving feedback in that area specifically. I mean, the really funny, really random thing is I did UI coding, actually.
Really?
Because from my studies, I had to do an internship. I was like, yeah, I mean, I know these people. Let me just write an application. Can I do it? So I was in Berlin. I did UI. I guess the dominant feature that you can still in the game that is like fully from me is custom matches. And like all the cool thing with like you can set your item power and you have this like threshold and all that stuff that's in there because I wanted it. Okay.
That's awesome. That's fantastic. So a quick question. You said, so you came in here doing UI. Was that when Graymo was leading that team?
Yeah, that was under Graymo, exactly. I got given like a lot of freedom there because I was super knowledgeable in the game. So it was more of a task of, hey, we have this like cheat command, make a UI for it. So I basically took it and I was like, yeah, but how can we improve it? And that's where we get IP scaling. That's where we get like the support for the old maps. I wanted that. We're not supporting them. We won't put like extra effort to like maintain them. And you've seen that, for example, the biome update changed how they visually look. But it's still, it's a nice touch. I think that's what Albion has, and which makes a very cool part of it as well, is it has history, right? We have like these things, and why should we throw it away if we have it?
I'm currently wearing my battle bracers here. Tazzik has got his on.
Yeah, Quokii, is this for real? You want us to run triple kick?
Okay, triple kick is when I have people who like never played the game. It's like we just go triple kick battle bracers, and it works like a charm.
Hey, let's go. Let's do it.
It's not like we're gonna kidnap someone to Narnia. We're just gonna triple kick the healer over and over into a wall. It's like at one point, he's dead.
Oh, wait. So you don't even want to just abduct one guy and kick him away. You just want to run it.
No, I just want to bully people,
Just
it's like,
bully this guy up against the wall so he can't play the game. I like it.
Exactly.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, and so I can't really, I don't know how much we can talk about the things you're currently working on, because a lot of stuff for the next update and the following update have not been announced yet. Only thing that has been announced is faction warfare. That's all anybody has publicly announced. But you've worked on a lot of things here already. Are there any things in particular that you want to like discuss? Say, this is something that I really enjoyed working on, or something that had a very big impact on the game?
I really enjoyed fortifications, actually. So fortifications was more a process together with level design, basically teaching them how do ZVZs work, how do we design our new territories, how do the walls need to look, what is south vision, north vision, and all that stuff. I can actually talk a bit about faction warfare. Basically, faction warfare is led by 4 designers, and I'm one of them, basically doing a segmented part of it. So we can get into that a bit later, maybe.
That'd be awesome. I would love that, because I know for the audience, faction warfare has been one of the biggest topics in the last, I want to say, 3 or 4 years. When it was redone, it was really, really big for a while. People loved doing it. And then it got into that point where we had, we call them the Yellow Zone Andes, the guys in, 8-4 running around in the Yellow Zone, absolutely blowing everybody up in faction warfare. And it kind of just changed and stagnated faction warfare for a bit. I'm really excited to see that this is getting revamped. Just the IP change alone has been huge for this this content.
But yeah, I can for sure talk about like basically goals of faction warfare. A bit of what I'm working, I think, is fine as well. Not giving out too much. Community still needs some good content and teasers and everything.
Well, we get a lot of content out of this, Quokii. Community can make shorts, and they can, do tweets from it. We can have little pictures or something, with like quotes from Quokii.
Maybe they wanna do their own little pictures.
True.
They have not been led by me.
Let's start then at like a very basic level on this, because we're talking about faction warfare. What are your thoughts about what you want to see out of faction warfare? What do you think faction warfare should achieve in Albion Online?
I think faction warfare should be, personally, an entry ground for a bit of larger group play that people can engage with without having to be committed to a group or actually join a guild or something. It's like, hey, I wanna, we're playing an MMO. We see all these people in town, but until now I've only played group dungeons, 5 people maximum. But now I wanna see the world and have people around me. And I think faction warfare is like a really cool entry point for that, where you can get going. You have a big front, a big alliance, and you're running together with your city people somewhere to the enemy, and you'll fight. And it's chaotic. Your faction friend is not really your friend because you're low HP and he just runs away. Gotta save his own
you. He's not gonna save you. He's not demounting for you for sure.
You see him. He's there. He's not helping you, but you can believe. And
well, I mean,
think
sometimes
people
they help
also
you get the heals from it. You learn the flow of it. You learn how to follow up on somebody else's attack. And like you said, you do get a entry level in here where it's one of the first places people start going from participating in the game to participating in the out-of-game community for the communications. They go, I like doing this content. It's clearly with other people. I can see the organized people playing. How do I become part of the organized people? And that can be one of those first steps towards a Discord group or reaching out to a guild or something more to become more involved than just putting on a cape and I'm following the mob.
Exactly. It's a starting point. And I mean, in Albion, every starting point, I feel like that gets you into PvP and gets you comfortable with it and basically shows you like everything the game has to offer is great. And if it's in the open world where you also have this whole open world aspect, something, you don't know who you fight. Sometimes they're equal numbers, sometimes they're bigger numbers, sometimes they're less. It's a bit more random. It's not an instant matchmaking. It's like the natural world, and you're just a little part in it. And to me, that's always the beauty of an MMO.
So you want to see like a place where people are able to start and learn like large scale content, grow and see other people, maybe be introduced to others. Are you doing something to help that specifically? Or are you more on the gameplay loop, just improving the loop that people participate in?
Basically, I have probably the most ZVZ foundation in the game design department, right? Mm-hmm. You try to match like the skill of the people to the feature. And basically we want to incorporate some fortification elements into faction warfare. So you will have walls, and you can hit walls, and you have gates, and you can hit gates. And it's like a little puzzle piece in the gameplay loop. So we hope we're gonna have good fights around objectives, essentially, that are built with fortification elements.
So you're building the in faction warfare, because you're kind of saying something here, and I just want to like see if this is what you're saying. You're saying in faction warfare there will be fortifications that have fortification elements similar to what we have today on the territories. Are these in that we can build these walls like you can with the guild fortifications, or will they be pre-built for you?
It's pre-built. Okay.
I
mean, I think the scope would explode when you try to figure out how can a faction as a conglomerate of random people figure out
is it the top guy
which who wall most, should be higher
points? Who gets to choose that? That's wild. But
and in the end
it's a bit more easy.
And in the end we don't want like, oh shit, we can't go there, it's full tier 8. So overall, I would say the biggest change that comes to faction warfare that people can expect is a bit more focus on where you play, a bit more focus on PvP and actually contesting the enemy area. I think we've seen it a lot of times that you'd have like a group and they push their line to the other city, and then they dissolve, and the enemy group is like, what should we do? We'll push another line to their city because fighting really doesn't benefit us both. Exactly. And
it would be that wave going back and forth between two cities where you would see like one push all the way up to the doors, and then slowly the people would start coming out of the city more and more and more, and then start pushing back against that, and it would fall zone to zone to zone, and then start again at the next city. And it sounds like you want to have something in between. Basically, it sounds like a territory, from what you're saying here, a territory where people get to fight over like what they do now with territories and like they did with cities back in the day, but now in faction warfare with like a midpoint between the two cities. So you don't have to push all the way to your opponent's city. You can push about halfway.
I mean, hey, push wherever you want.
Well, I mean, in every zone. Can you tell us how frequent these kinds of territories are going to be? Is that the new zone style for faction warfare? Is taking over these territories?
It's not necessarily that. I mean, they're a part of it, but
okay.
I don't want to give you the whole plan, the whole know shebang. But you'll basically be a bit more focused nowadays. You'll push the other side. I hope it will feel much more like you're pushing, and you're achieving. People should have more PvP, I hope, but also other opportunities to just have more exciting faction warfare gameplay in the areas. Yeah.
That is something that I know, like we have Robin Hooders in chat, and one of the things that he's been asking for years is something similar to castles to fight over in faction warfare. And that's what this sounds like. But instead of a castle territory, it's a larger based territory to capture. Are they going to be very similar to the ones that we have in the Outlands, or are they going to be like a different layout?
Very similar. I think if I saw one thing when designing the Outlands territory, we are very tight on space. I mean, the basically, if you compare the old territories to the new territories when we introduced fortification, a lot of people came in there and were like, "Oh, this feels bigger now." It's not bigger. The space is just used better. But we're still working on very limited space over there. So for now, it's the current layouts, But yeah. I think they work very nice in the territories. And I hope, you'll still see them and you'll still get a little wow. I'm quite certain of that.
Love to go do it again. I would love to get involved in more faction warfare, but I've been so limited when what we can do here on the stream because of how long it takes to find content. And it sounds like from everything I've heard that we're going to be getting to content faster. Can you confirm we'll be getting to content faster if we want it?
I think we can say you'll get to your content much faster. I'm quite confident on that statement.
You mentioned that you had a lot of ZVZ experience, right? One of the most on the team. I know Lucrative's background pretty well. What's your ZVZ background? Like, what did you do on launch and play and stuff?
I didn't start in ZVZ at all. I was the first couple months I was a shitter. Okay, my first death was I got knocked down by a stone golem in front of Bridgewatch. And there was this really, really red button on my screen, and it said /suicide. I was like, oh, shit, they're gonna kill me, so I might as well /suicide to get my gear quick. So I did that, and I got my ox, and that was the very important thing. Yeah, but then I was a long time just ganking in Merkwield, funny enough. Red Zone ganking. Yeah. I was also being a piece of shit in static dungeons. Like a good great nature in the Morgana static dungeon, pulling the AoE on fellow blue players. It was good times. And then I think somewhere in like season 3, I was like, okay, I wanna see the ZVZ side. So I actually, the first guild in ZVZ I joined was Blue Army when they won the season. Hey.
Yeah,
and the recruitment process.
I got my season 1 Rhino too.
Yeah, it wasn't season 1. It was like season 3 or something.
I've got the first
when they actually won.
It was the Eagle, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I looked at the leaderboard. I was like, yeah, they're high up. I went into an interview and it's like, do you speak English? Yes, you're in. Next guy.
Yeah, that was very early. That was an early interview in BA. Okay.
Those were the early interviews. It's like, there was a probably Russian guy in my interview as well. And it's like, little bit. It's like, yes, you can also get in. So,
yes, You've got some of it.
Yeah, it's like, we'll just fill it up. No, so I stayed there for a while. I won a couple seasons. I met a lot of really cool people actually. Before it kind of went towards the hill with Luami Freeman and all that shenanigans. Personally didn't really like what they did there. So yeah, then I left. I played with the Evil Few for a long time. I still play with the guys today. I mean, they're great friends and great people. And yeah, I mean, I always had like olds and ZVZ guilds. I still have. I have like barcode characters that I would like play as olds and ZVZ guilds with, and yeah, like stuff like that basically. And then on Europe,
cool.
I played in Clean Kill actually.
From
Clean Kill
launch?
a lot from from
That's
launch.
cool.
Together with Phil Forward, because I know him from there as well. I got quite deep into Kite comms and all that stuff.
What do you play in
Yeah.
the ZVZs? Like, what was your style?
We got some follow-up questions on this for sure. First, let's hear what you like in ZVZs.
I tended always towards support roles. I used to play Enigmatic Staff back in the day a lot. Really liked it. Enigmatic Staff with Knight Armor, and it was some good times. Nowadays, I'm more in just Great Arcane. I mean, I'm playing a lot of Bedrock Maze nowadays because we need Bedrock Mazes. In the current guild I'm in, and yeah, more on the tank support side. I mean, I shot call my own little like 10-man PvP farm groups and stuff. So
It's
on
like
the
staying up
tank.
to date on all the freshest meta by playing from inside. I like that. It's very hard for like developers to play their game at a high level. It takes a huge amount of time to get that level of basic knowledge and interconnectivity with the community that you need to play on the highest levels. And it's really cool to see that they've chosen to take people with that already, that developed that through their years of playing and then bringing them into development rather than trying to go the other way, which is honestly probably a lot tougher, like you said before.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think my biggest benefit of working is I have this like vast years of experience, and I see things and I understand them from a player view. I think it's sometimes a downside. I am too far on the player view at points, but that's a good issue to have.
All right. So I was going to ask before. So you were talking about how you really enjoyed the clap meta, right? Now we're currently in this brawl meta and have been for quite some time. I'm not a huge fan as a caster watching this meta. How do you feel from a design perspective or a ZVZ participant? How do you feel about the brawl meta?
I mean, I would argue that we are, I think, on the like 100 plus on each side, we're in the brawl meta. I think on the lower sizes, people have shown that Clap Kite is a viable way to play, and they continue playing this. On the high numbers, yeah, it's a bit rough, but it's a difficult thing to solve because probably it's also a case of brawl. The organizational part is just easier. I mean, if you have 150 people and you just tell them, hey, you're on your own, do whatever you think is the best thing, and run into the enemy backline, that's probably much easier than being like, okay, we have 3 cooldowns, and if you're in party 1 and party 2, you use it on the first caller. And if you're in party 3 and party 4, you use it on this caller. And then people still don't use it correctly, and people are just molding. So, yeah, it's a continuous fight. We'll see how far we get there. It's certainly not solved on the very high numbers.
Not at all.
But
we saw
it's for sure is also a case of it's easier to execute, so you might as well use that strategy.
I mean, that's exactly what we saw, was just how easy it was to execute during the Crucible event. We saw groups like Path to Exile. Those guys were just doing a tremendous job with a I think they picked one of 4 weapons. You're just like, pick one of these 4 weapons, go in and hit your E's. This is what you do. That's all I want from you. And they were very successful at it just because it was very simple for the group to execute, and they didn't have to think a lot. But as a caster watching these fights, there's so much more interesting events happening in a fight during your kite like catch kind of meta, where you're really clumping people and blowing them up and rotating and moving around a lot. That's much more exciting than just everybody on top of each other, several colors on the screen, to the point where it's just the readability is very low, and you can't even tell who's winning the fight until people are basically dead, until half of one side is dead.
Yeah, I think Path of Exile. I mean, I played with the guys. They're lovely over there.
Oh, I'm sorry. So it's Road to Exile. Path of Exile is the game. Road to Exile.
Yeah, it's Road to Exile. Yeah. I just took over your name, but it sounded a bit wrong. Not gonna lie.
It was wrong when I said it, and then when you said it, I realized how wrong it was when I said it.
Actually wrong. Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah. In the brawl times, it was really run into the wall and hope for the best. They got some good bomb squads that supported them on some of the territory defenses that I took part in. I was like, yeah, we did our thing, but I'm also aware that there was a command mammoth with 6 giga chatted out, IP capped to the maximum permafrosts, bombing fast.
Okay. So you were playing in this event?
Didn't hurt us. Yeah, I played on. I had multiple characters on different guilds, and I played over it.
That's really cool. I mean, that in and of itself is kind of a story right there. That one of the game designers is playing in one of our events alongside the people playing, just to experience the game from a new player adjacent perspective, getting to see what these guys who are coming in as new players and then playing at the highest level and how they played. That gives you some very interesting perspective. We can hop in, by the way.
Yeah, I was actually looking for like an Arch-esque alliance for a while, but the thing on Europe is actually Europe, especially. I mean, now it calmed down a bit, but it's a lot of veteran players, and I think they're also very not elitist, but very conscious on the quality level. So people build smaller guilds on average, I would say, smaller alliances. Okay. At least when I compared it to basically an A, and I looked over there, and it's like, well, I see like an alliance with 2,000 people, and I don't think they're very good. And I look on EU, and it's like 500 max, and they're Russian, so I don't understand what they say, so I don't go there.
I have to push back on this whole. Do you like? I don't know. Are you really fine with
what's on your mind
with the open world being? I don't know. This whole hand-holding resulting in no content stuff. I don't know. It's kind of.
Wait, where did he say that?
No, like.
Well, he was saying that like the players, they do it and the game supports it. So
there's agency for players to do it if they want. Yeah.
There's someone down here. Oh, he's dead.
I'm with you.
And he's saying that gameplay solutions that people have discussed so far don't really solve it without creating additional exploits. Personally, I think the only way to solve it is through scarcity and reducing the rewards that people get for them, so they have to fight over the rewards and don't have enough to share.
Actually, mostly game developer responsibility to fix some of that.
Ooh.
Whereby it's like, to me, a lot of people say no, it's a player issue if you handhold, if you kill your own content, so to say. But at the same time, I want to push back and say no, that's you're facilitating, like you're happy to facilitate a lot of people, but at the same time you're like, well, change it up for a season.
I would generally agree with that statement. I mean, I think it's fine. Like, don't hate the player, hate the game, right? The players will just do what is given to them. We cannot expect, it's like, can't expect the player to not use an exploit.
Right.
Ban him.
If they find it, they're gonna use it. And the more advantage of them it is, the more they're gonna use it. like those those guys putting the little bags on the invisibility shrines on the portals. I remember that. Yep.
I mean, those are cool ones. I like those ones.
That's interesting.
But
That's because you were probably out there exploiting it. That's when you were a player. I know when that was.
I was pushing myself with choreo boots. It was good times, good times. I mean, what can I say? Okay, I go super fast. I gank people. Awesome. 10 out of 10. Would do again. I personally don't know the solution. I never figured one out. I would love to solve it a bit. Overall, I would say I'm very in favor of big groups as long as they're not elitism to the maximum. Like things like Arch were great because you just joined and then you had access to so much. When it's like big groups that are fully you need to have this and that, and
you only get in when you have
you don't
so
get
millions of PvP fame, and you have to bring your own gear, and then
I'm not the biggest fan of that stuff, but I can understand it. I mean, to a certain degree. Like Albion is different to other games. You risk your gear, you risk your loot. Like the person inting you has a bit more of an impact than, I don't know, your League of Legends jungler not ganking you. It's a bit more.
When we were talking the other night, you had some ideas that you were working on that you were very interested in. You were saying you needed my help to promote them. Do you want to talk about those, or was that more?
That was more of the meme side. Yeah. No, I personally think I take issue with our current game that for veteran players the character progression just stops, and I don't like that. It's like you have your stuff on like 100, and it doesn't go anywhere from there. Leader spec is a very niche thing where it's not like I wanna put in the time to get elite spec, but it's more am I willing to put in the silver. So yeah, I'd really love to revisit those systems and have basically endless character progression. I mean, a veteran player should always be interested in PvE fame.
PvE fame should always be like important. To me, that's the point of the game, is to play the game that causes you to progress and be better at PvP while doing PvE. And if you stop, like, then half the game is done.
When you fight for your statics and everything, you can learn a lot. And I think that's also what people really liked on the server start. Everyone is like, oh, the world is so alive. We're running around and we're doing this, and there's people contesting our dungeons and we're fighting our neighbors. We're not okay with them actually just owning the zone and we're just there on paper, but it's like, no, this is my static. Get the fuck away from it. And that kind of fiddles out the second that like PvP-oriented players just stop caring about like PvE fame. It's just over. Basically, the player base ignoring half the reward you give them doesn't make the life easier, right? New content comes out. How much silver is it? Not enough silver. Yep. Well, unlucky.
One guy, maybe rat.
Solid one. Oh, look, it's a rat.
Definitely just a random rat.
See, easy. Bully him.
Hit him with another kick. Hit him with another kick.
We gotta wait this hood. Yoink. And just kill one after the other.
North.
Okay.
Very, very low.
It's probably also a rat.
It's another rat just chilling here. Yep, it is. It is. Bro, where are the teams? What the hell?
Well, this is what I'm saying. I think all these rats should take up one slot in a team. And instead of taking up the slot of a team, they should all be pooled together into teams. And while they're not actually in teams, they're only taking up one player slot instead of one team slot. Because it just ruins like the flow of these floors when you have 4 rats and you have 5 teams. And then you're like,
but on that approach, do you want to just see people 24/7?
Yes!
You fight like the other 3-man team, and there's 2 rats behind you with bloodletters looking to execute you?
Fine. As long as there's more.
I don't know about that one, to be honest.
Well, they can do that now. I mean, there's
having third-party fights and stuff is not the most fun, but also having like a dead depth is also very unfun.
Oh yeah, we had one where we fought nobody from floor 1 to floor 3. It was brutal.
Up and left, and then you go down around.
So, Quokii, you were talking earlier about how when you started, in Albion, one of the things you were doing was making events, like working alongside the community team doing events. What were some of the events that you got to work on? You said the donkey race. Did you work on any of the events with like the Fun Stealer Battle Royals and stuff?
No, not on those. I basically was. I think I was on. I mean, events came later, right? We didn't have like events super early after launch.
No. Well, we did they were community-run events, kind of.
Yeah, no. I'm not talking about.
The community team would kind of like help promote, and we had a lot of GM support for those in the early days and mod support.
No, I'm talking about the ones that were fully run by Sandbox.
With Mythosaria, then.
I mean, yeah.
I think it was the first one to run events. After Elsa was community manager?
With Myth, yeah. Then it was all under. I was wondering if there was anything before Myth, but yeah, you might be right. It was all under Myth. But yeah, there were those basically from bit of planning just to basically have GM people there ready to help or take over some tasks and stuff. Beautify the donkey race to actually make sense and not be like 2 seconds long.
So were you there for the Carleon?
Yeah, I was
there for the Carleon event. Yep.
Yeah.
I watched it live.
Wait, this just had 1.5 million in
this
it.
is a legendary, guys. We just got a legendary chest. I got 1 million from it.
Easy. Okay, so we need to survive.
Buff in the center. There's enemies on the buff in the center. And here we go. They're 1 HP. I'm going in.
Go in.
Might just be a solo.
It's a solo.
Bonk. Oh no, sad.
Send them home.
He got bonked. No.
Sunnyman got bonked.
He said
PPP. PPP.
Please. The communication in these dungeons seems a very Quokii kind of thing here. Like the idea of having these dead people being able to talk to us.
Love that.
Yeah, seems like that's something you'd be interested in.
Yeah, not my idea, but a very awesome idea. And
so when will proximity chat be added in?
I mean, currently obviously into development, and it's gonna release tomorrow.
God, is it coming along with the VR update?
I mean, it's coming with the. What is it? Did you see the meta glasses? That comes with
the meta glasses.
With the meta
I can play in there.
Update, the AR update.
That'll be sick. But the thing is, I don't want the
solo
camera in my
made
VR.
For your living room. I think that's an amazing idea.
You have to make sure the camera is my character's eyes. Like I need to experience it as if I was him.
I mean, obviously, who do you think we are?
Just making sure.
Yeah.
Server.
Well, he was doing
down,
it for like
right?
farming and shit. So.
What if right now we're getting Sword Art Online and we're about to be, never able to log out? We are our characters.
Oh shit! I mean, then you gotta watch out. Don't be too aggressive.
Yeah, I need to keep this bow for later. I gotta eat.
I'm a billionaire here. I can live well. Okay.
Wait, I don't have any silver. I'd be scum. No.
Let's not throw it away in the depths, hello.
Oh, purple.
How we doing? 400K.
Okay,
another 100K. I'll take it.
I'll take it. Yeah. Gonna end up rich. And these dungeons is just about the journey. Who cares about the loot in the end?
I do.
What I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying.
I like a good bit of loot. I like to walk
let's
out
go left and then
wealthy.
down, yeah.
Is there any particular instant content you'd like to see revisited and touched up, fixed maybe? You got a lot of older content that's
oh Jesus,
not necessarily where it needs to be.
Spicy takes. I think 20v20 Crystal League.
Needs help for sure.
Needs a little bit of love. Yeah.
But needs some help in a direction that isn't really the gameplay of what it currently is. But this whole ratting thing and macro of the game mode just needs to die straight up.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's more like, hey, we're actually fighting.
It's more about the 20v20 fight, not the macro cap game rats.
Yeah.
Exactly. The meta is terrible for.
Yeah. Have you watched us play our 20v20s on Saturday, where we're mostly just playing like a deathmatch, ARAM down the middle of the original arena map?
No, I didn't.
You should join us for that one.
My issue with the AOTV streams in recent time have been every time I click on it, it's not live, and that makes me sad.
Oh, well, yeah,
You
because
know?
I think we're always live while you're at work now.
Yeah, you're live when I guess when I'm at work, and then when I go in, it's like a rerun. And
Guy below us.
yeah, one. So
Well, I'll just start
I
messaging
rarely
you when
make
we go
it.
live every day and be like, Quokii, we're going live in 15.
We need you. Come online.
Come
Go
hang
play.
out. Yeah.
Nah, I think, yeah, like 20v20 for sure. I think Hellgates, in my opinion, need to become orange, basically.
Okay. Yeah. Would you just remove, like, merge both of them into one singular kind?
Yeah,
Like, so you have
yeah.
one version that's orange, okay, instead of
Rare-
like non-lethal and lethal.
Very rare, pure W take. Love that you just said that.
Yeah.
We gotta condense the content down to one. We're just splitting everyone up, you know? It would be. I think it would be really fun if it was orange.
I think the Albion is a full loot game, right? And it's really cool that it's full loot. And I think full loot just comes down to like stealing things from others. So do I really care that I stole your chest piece or that I stole just the loot in your inventory? I think the base feeling will be quite similar, and you will have much less of a like drop off after your death, right? Because every time you die in a Hellgate, it's like, oh shit, we need to rebuy it. The one guy is too slow. The one guy wants to watch the VOD. It's never just this decision that it maybe should be of, oh, we died, just go again. You know, we'll make better next time.
How do you get rid of the loot
just
then?
get more content.
How do you destroy the loot then in the economy?
I mean, you would probably need to build a system in the direction of you chain Hellgates and you try to chain as much as possible. So, you know, the weak players they win like 50% on the level 1 gate. And they're happy. They'll probably leave after the first and second. And the good players, they're like, oh, I will 10 men, like I will 10 times chain it. And
each chain
go
you
super
do.
deep.
Well, I mean, the thing is,
so
too, you could separate it, right? You can make it so that the group A chaining 5 times, right, has whatever buffs to their loot, whatever. But they could still fight against somebody on like a floor 1 chain. You know, there's no reason that couldn't still happen.
I mean, you probably want to ±1 match make. Like,
yeah. Well, that would be good.
Chain 5 fights
3 to 5, something
5,
like that, right?
Yeah, 6 to 4, right?
Yeah.
Basically like that.
It would be, I mean, it would be really sick. It would definitely be very sick for sure. The only problem I have, again, all the instant stuff, I just think it splits a lot of the people around, and you know, it's much more split. You don't see people because they're inside and stuff, but I understand it at the same time.
Yeah. But I mean, for Hellgates, it has always been the case. I mean,
well, it's not always been the case because you know you used to have to run around and get your gate, and then I fought at least 10 times a day doing gates outside the gate.
I agree. You know, I played 2v2s back in the day on that. But there was also the moments where you have a bloodletter on the edge of the PvP circle with the poison potion throw it into your face right before you end the channel, so your teammate is inside and you're getting eaten alive.
Yep.
You know, it.
I understand, but again, to go back to what you said earlier, the game allows it. You know what I mean? Like the game let them do it. It was a play style, and the team had a very easy way around that rat stuff, which was, hey, make sure you all click it at the same time.
That's not a very easy way.
It's a very easy.
I'm pretty sure I can,
but the execution is not so much.
I'm pretty sure I can go back and then find VODs of you absolutely molding the fuck out.
Absolutely not. You know what, Quokii? You know what, dude? You're really pissing me off. I promise you right now, you could not find 38 different instances of me raging at a guy ganking me on the Hellcat.
Exactly. I'll find 380.
I mean, who doesn't have 35?
You would probably find a lot, man.
Yeah, because hey, Wire Forest was a wild place back in the day.
Forest was the days, mate.
I mean, It's like, yeah, I wanted to go into this Hellgate, but I ended up fighting this one guy outside the PvP area because we're both still PvP flagged for like 5 minutes already, and we're still chasing us through the open world, and neither wants to die. So, yeah, it was
sad part is you'd actually never find anything on me. I think I told Shozen. I was talking to some guy either from like, it might have been from Ubisoft, might have been from Larian, I forget, but I was telling him about what Albion is, you know, what we do. And then he looked up, you know, the show. He's like, oh yeah, so you're and then and then he sees my Twitch stream and he sees all the clips and he starts watching a clip. And I was like, no, wait, this is terrible. So I had to
don't do this.
I had to hide all the content. This was so bad. I was literally sweating in front of this man. He's like I think he was like the senior marketing manager. I think it was for Larian, might have been Ubisoft. But I'm like, no. I pull out my phone and I just hide everything.
Oh god.
Wait, can you refresh the page real quick? I just updated the bots. Everything
so
gone.
bad. I was like, yeah, just look at Albion TV. He said, oh, and what's this one? It says Tazzik. This is you, right? I was like, no.
Yeah. So, I mean, what people kind of forget when it comes to Hellgates, it's like, there was a reason why the content was reworked, right?
Yeah.
We always like look back and we have our little rose tinted glasses and it's like, everything was awesome, everything was great, but like, yeah, we had issues before, and I mean, you don't really rework a content if you're like, oh, this is perfect. And
I
this
will
is
say,
super
I mean,
popular.
I do
the
miss
game
the circle
evolves
Hellgate
so
though.
much, so that things that are really tight when they come out in the beginning, player behavior adapts, balance changes come along. A lot of content just needs to be relooked at over time, just because of how different the game has become since the time the particular piece of content came out.
Yeah, you can see it also with like builds that used to be semi-viable in 2v2 Hellgates. It's like you see a video and it's a great fire with a great frost. And they're like dealing massive damage, and the enemy heal DPS comp can't really deal with it. And now it's like I have like 80 different tools, and I'm the Swiss knife with everything. You know, that also makes a bit the life harder of DPS comps.
No, you know what the problem was? What you just said, Quokii, was not a thing of time. It was we got new game designers in, and or the guys just started taking crack or something, and then they made Parry on the sword. That was when everything started going bonkers,
dude.
Bro. When
Parry
Parry
was a
became an
dope
ability
spell.
on sword and implemented, every other
Everything on
weapon started
one
also
spell.
getting bonkers.
It was maybe it was a slight bit overtuned when it was the highest
Above the
damage,
stairs, right here,
silencing.
healer
Yeah.
It had 18 effects in one
Okay,
ability.
guys, I have
it did a
2
lot.
million on
Okay,
me
let's
right
go,
now.
let's
I don't
go
want to
in.
die.
Go,
I'm
go,
going
go,
in.
go,
I'm
go,
going
go,
in.
go, go.
Clip him. Yo, healer. Oh fuck, we missed him. Well, that's
No,
okay.
healer's dead, healer's dead.
Kill him. Kill him. Yeah,
Hit the
next
stalkers.
stalker.
Oh my days.
Yeah. Oh, look at him. Do we have
He's
a
still alive
punch?
though.
I did. I did it.
Ah, yeah, but he's dead. Okay, pull him. Punch. If
I
you
don't
have
wanna
audio,
die.
now it sounds
I don't
really.
wanna
Yeah,
die.
then run away. Run
He's
away.
hella killing you, Shozen.
Look. No, yo, Shozen, run.
Stay away from Shozen. Protect
Jesus.
him.
Bonk. I'm telling you, this works.
I killed him, guys.
fun, bro,
I did
it's
it. I
fun.
made sure he didn't
Yeah.
kill me.
It is always a highlight when we actually release an update and we have new mobs, and I think historically we probably had too little of it, where it's like we just reuse old mobs because we can't get new ones in time, or we have to spend resources differently. But I
The
mean,
recent
in the
ones
end,
are
it's,
killing it, dude. There's a lot of cool new abilities being added on some of these mobs and stuff. It's all cool.
Yeah, it's always good, and I think it should be a focus to continue releasing like mobs and stuff.
And I
It's
want mobs
just
that are like a tier above the normal trash mobs, though. You know, like I'm not talking Innismon levels of stuff, but I want bosses. I want cool stuff. This
you
game's
want
combat
Innismon.
is insane.
It could be amazing. I would love to see more intricate PvE that isn't GIP PvE, you know, kind of challenges like we have.
Yeah,
in,
like right now
we should get a soul that we dropped on top.
This is
But
more
yeah,
like
I see
clear
where you're
PvE.
trying to slow roll me. By the way, you know, just
This is more like
I'm
the way
here
that
with you.
The way that I explain it, Quokii, is this is more trash PvE clearing. It's you just go and you kill it as fast as you can. There's some mechanics, but they're largely irrelevant, right? More involved PvE in this game's combat system would work insanely well.
Yeah, I think we actually have quite involved PvE.
There are some small like examples of bosses,
you know,
right? Like
I think Avalonian
Avalonian
dungeons are really cool. It's just
they are
a sad reality that you just skip 99% of them because the chest is not good enough, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think overall people really. By the way, I don't know where the soul is that I'm searching. Ah, here it is.
I mean, more PvE VP, for example, too, right? Like old Hellgates had the center boss. That was cool for PvE VP, but it wasn't like too far there, right? It wasn't like as cool as I'm
I would
hoping.
argue there. Like Hellgates really were not PvE VP content.
I don't think they were. I'm saying like that was an example of it kind of happened sometimes.
No, I mean like a static dungeon to me is a very PvE VP place that I feel like diminished. And like every time when Asia released and EU released, for example, static dungeons were fun as fuck because you go there and you fame farm with like a bigger group because you need to defend the dungeon. Then you fame farm with PvP gear because you actually need to defend yourself. And you don't really want to give up the spot. By the way, we need to make the decision if we go deeper or if we turn this guy.
I do have 2 million.
We gotta win for sure. Okay, if you want to leave, we can leave. I'll leave.
I don't know. I mean, I'm willing to go. I mean, but
I'll do either way. I think going down's fun. Quokii, turn in your soul.
We'll go down, but we'll play it safe.
Okay,
we're gonna play it safer. All right.
Yeah.
But so I think that like the PvE VP that Albion can have, which is mostly gonna be trash PvE, right? Quick, little mechanics, stuff like that. I think that stuff can be fun, static dungeons, and importantly on launch, right? The like fame farms that you'd have in the open world and then ganks and stuff. That was really fun. But I think both things, they're separate issues. PvE VP, more would be awesome, but more intricate PvE, I think, would be so much cooler. Because the Avalonian bosses are awesome, but like, no, I don't know how many players do them, and they also aren't necessarily engaged with it. Yeah, and there's not a reason to engage with it, you know.
Yeah,
I hate to be a spoil sport, but I just looked at the time. And we have our next show on in 10 minutes. The NA War Report is on.
Because Robin actually said they're going to cancel it.
Oh, he said he has
the server
because the server is issued. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, it has hiccups, so we're fine.
We can continue going then, as long as Bogul's awake. Oh, so Quokii, this isn't really a question that you have much of an answer for, other than the company response. But they're asking if we've talked about server transfers at all. This is always a hot topic, and I'm sure you have the same one as everybody else. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think the company response still stands. Like in the end, right? It's I mean, it was ruled out completely on the release of EU because it would lead to an extreme instability of the server and actually hurt everyone involved.
Mm-hmm.
But it could be a thing in the future, sure. But there's nothing specific I can tell you in any way.
There's your answer.
Yeah. Though in the same vein, probably it would also enable some further changes, which might be healthy. If you give, for example, the EU population a better way out of NA, now NA timers could be adjusted, right? So.
Is that a main reason why NA timers aren't being adjusted because of the player base for you? Like everyone plays, spread out timer. Because I know a lot of people who want America timers changed.
Yeah, I think it's one of the reasons, most likely. Because you don't really want to push people. Should we drop it?
Yeah, you can drop it.
I don't think it's healthy if we like fuck up your timer and then.
You
in the same sentence be like, yeah, by the way, you're stuck here. So
yeah,
very fair answer on that one.
But isn't that also like halfway, like your feet in both camps, kind of bad, right? Because you also gave a way out for other people. Now they're on the EU server, so there's less people at that timer too here.
Yeah, but I think that was decently considered in the redistribution. Let's grab the key. Yeah, key.
I mean, it's just sad, right? In general, that if you don't want to restart, your character's here, but a lot of people in EU, and so now you have to like change the time you play. Happens. When I was playing Albion 20 hours a day, I made my whole college schedule around it.
Yeah, but you were playing 5v5s. You were like...
Yeah, they were hard timers.
Yeah, they were hard timers, and they were like, hey, you know, we need the territory. You better show up.
Dude, I'd wake up to a Gravelight Marsh attack, know that they're not going to show up, log in, you know, eyes aren't even open, they don't show up, shower, go to my 8 a.m., come back, GVG again, leave, one class, come back, GVG again. Let's stay in the center and see if we get a fight.
I'm going. I'm leaving. I'm not sticking around with my
Quokii is encumbered.
I'm as well, okay?
I'm out.
I don't have the magical mount that gives me carry weight. Okay, no, 1.1 mil. I take it. Easy.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad.
800k, all good.
Yeah.
Okay,
You only had 300k?
800.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Sure. Yeah.
yeah.
I'll put it into
more.
the random chest. Move all from inventory. Boom. You have TikTok?
Yes.
Oh, true. Yeah, you probably have.
I'll be on TikTok now, and
how is it going? Are you doing like funny dances?
no, we're just showing the same shorts that we do here on, you know, what we do on YouTube, and we're just redoing them on TikTok, and they're actually doing quite well. It's
Okay.
people are enjoying it. Yeah.
Would you do one
Probably
of the
have some
TikTok
shorts from this
dances
on
for us,
TikTok,
Quokii?
and then
Would you do one of the TikTok dances for us, Quokii? It would get like 100k views, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Albion game designer.
I'm not gonna make
trends.
any dances for you, but I would highly suggest that maybe you should look into that. It's like good business, okay?
But before we go, is there anything else you want to talk to the audience about? Say any last words, any final advice?
Not really. I mean, thanks for having me, everyone. Thanks for being nice, chat. I appreciate it. Hope you had fun. Hope you learned a bit. Yeah, I mean, enjoy the game. We built it because we like it. We built it because we love it. We try to do our best. Sometimes we fail. Sometimes we don't succeed. But, you know, the goal is always to improve it. Sometimes, you know, things go bad. Sometimes things go good. Just be a bit mindful that the people you talk to and that you write comments to, they read what you write. They actually read it a lot. They share it with each other. So be nice.
And we're all people, man. You know, everybody is doing it because they love it. They work on this game because they love it, and that's something, you know, I see more from this game than any other game I've been a part of. Is just the number of people who are from the community who now work on the game and the impact that has inside the company. It's very cool. It's a very unique atmosphere there. It's an awesome place to be a part of. And Quokii, it's so cool that you're now an official part of SBI. It's really cool. And congratulations. You definitely deserve it.
And cheers, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone. We'll see you again on Tuesday, 14 UTC. Thank you guys for watching.